There's the dog. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Fine Tuesday morning to you. Hold on, I better turn this off. But it felt so good. I don't know if you guys can hear it or not. No makeup, no jewelry, no nothing this morning. Today is a work day for me, so I am. My first one is at 11 Mountain Time. I'm so confused. And I want to. I don't want to tell you what I did on her session. I saw that Betsy is at the vet getting stitches. I'm glad you got her in. If that's what she needed, then she needed it, right? Absolutely. Lots of wonderful thoughts your way. So good morning. I'm not talking about her healing session, but I am going to talk about one of her guides that I did a healing for at 11 o'clock this morning, Mountain Time, right? So I have a little bit of time that I can get myself together here. It was interesting. Every once in a while, you run across a healing session that you just step back and go, whoa. And this particular one, I kind of sat back and went, whoa. But also I have to say that sometimes we have we have people dropped in our lap that are supposed to hear something, right? And I get this with the oracles of Delphi. I have a lot of past life oracles dropped in front of me. A lot of old souls dropped in front of me to do readings for and healing sessions for. And this one was really, really, really interesting. And as I'm still disconnecting a little bit. Good morning, everybody. So I was working within her energetic field, and this huge rock started talking to me, and I was like, okay. Sometimes there's just no, just go with the flow, in these shamanic healing sessions, you go with the flow. And as I stood there and I was, this energy was talking about protection and just divine light and just all these really, really, good morning, everybody, all these really great things. It popped an eyeball open, and it was what it called itself, an earth dragon. And I was like, that's cool. And I worked with this particular animal, this interdimensional totem. It's actually an interdimensional totem with for the rest of this woman's healing session. But what I found so interesting, get this is the funniest thing. What I found so interesting about this whole thing, right, is it kept trying to give me its name, and I was trying to spell its name out, and I was trying to make it some really incredible name, right? And I was like, that don't sound right. That don't sound right. That don't sound right. And it's like, trying to give you something here. And I went, okay. And its name was Seven. That's what the dragon's name was. Seven. And I went, 7. So there's 6 more before you, but that wasn't it. His name was so simple. So simple. And I think the message for the day, because I normally don't talk about these things, but the message of the day is, why do we overcomplicate things? Why do we find a reason to make things a little bit more difficult than what we do? Do we really have to step off and try? Good morning, Greta. Do we have to try and step off and make things as difficult as we possibly can? It happens. How often do we step into a situation and dissect it and become so much more entangled in something than we actually should have to start with? We should have taken something at face value, and as I was given the letters to write down, I should have written them down. I was trying to make it, I don't know, Celtic. I don't know what I was trying to make it. But yeah, we overthink a lot of things. And when I finally got his name on paper, he was like, don't you feel better now? Like, what? He has a great sense of humor as well. But there are barbaric exercise, not barbaric, barbaric exercises that include writing poetry about what a rock or water, through the exercises through each element like that to help the druid connect with the elements. Well, shamans do that. Of course, druids are just shamans, same thing, just another name for a healer and a mystic. Okay. We do the same thing. We work with the elements all the time. And but this particular element was elemental, because this is kind of what he kind of feels like. He's not an elemental, he's interdimensional. So elementals are here, interdimensionals can travel, and he is definitely interdimensional. He's also attached to the Pleiadians. So really, really interesting morning doing a healing session that popped up on my schedule well before I thought I had to work today. So I got out of bed and I'm like, okay, Lisa, get your shit together. Let's get this going. Threw some drumming on. Held off on coffee till after I was done with my session, and here I am. So what do we overthink about? This is really what my morning started with. I overthink so many things. Oh, I overthink so many things. Granted, I'm much better than I used to be. You have one that shows up in meditation sometimes? Yeah. Dragon energy is very, very powerful. When dragon energy shows up, you know that there's big lessons coming up. There's who overthinks? That's funny. That's so funny. Who overthinks their intuition? That's what my guides are like. Who overthinks their intuition? Everybody. That's why a lot of people start to see things or hear things or feel things, and they back out because they start to overthink it, and then they start to believe all the things that everybody's told them over time. What happens when you step off into those realms, right? You always overthink and stress yourself. You overthink what job offer you should take. There's so many different things we overthink. It's just, and then good morning, Ish. Good morning, Bradley. Good morning, Ish. It is good morning, Ish. Yes. So we overthink a whole bunch of different things. And by doing so, we create blockages all the time. We create our own blockages. You guys know that, right? We create our own blockages. It's part of our process of what we do. Good morning, Denise Smith. Loving the little doggy. Yeah, he's precious. He's super precious. He's like really upset it's been raining and he's been barking. I don't understand. I am not going back to sleep. I'm choosing the one I will continue to grow. April, I love your posts. I do. I love your posts on Facebook. You're fantastic. Every post that April does is just so positive. And I think she just goes throughout her day and goes, oh, need to type this and puts it in. Ryan, y'all, that's my brother. Yeah. Hold on. I'm thinking of the last name spelling. Making sure. Because I don't see him on here very often. Give me a shout out. That's your last name spelling, right? I'd have to look at my phone. I don't have my phone in front of me. I don't know what his profile looks like, so don't be hating on me, guys. This morning, if I think too much, I get lightheaded. Side effects suck. Maybe this is a chance to reduce my overthinking. It's a message, right? We overthink everything. Like my friend Shannon called me yesterday. She's like, have you packed your bags yet? Am I going somewhere? Wait, am I going somewhere? I am. I'm going on vacation. But I have like today and tomorrow to get past that. So I will overthink today and tomorrow, and then I'll think about Thursday when Thursday comes. I have to take the dogs to the kennel. See, I'm in kennel denial. I don't want to take the dogs to the kennel, but I'm going to. So when we're overthinking things, especially, he hasn't messaged. He hasn't said anything else. He's probably like, wait, you don't know it's me. What the hell? I just don't know what your profile looks like, man. So Heidi, good morning. Dennis, good morning. So find the one thing in your day that you're overthinking and flush it, man. Flush it. We don't need to be overthinking everything. We're taking up all that brain power on the left side. We've engaged that left side. Now we can't concentrate on the right side. We can't allow the right side to grow. We can't allow things to come in. We have to be able to live on both sides of our brain. That's what intuitives do. That's what everyone on here does. We need to be able to live on both sides. And when we're overthinking things this morning, I honestly, I got up out of bed. I'm like, oh, it's so early and I have a healing session to do. Wake up. Um, Instead of just worrying about being perfect in everything that I do in a reading session, because I try to make sure I bring as much information across as I can, I went, you know what? I'm just going to write down whatever comes to my mind. And we're going to, you're doing three different things at the morning. I understand. I understand. Um, so, I just wrote down whatever come up, and she can either validate it if she wants to, or she doesn't have to. It doesn't matter to me whether it's validated or not. It is what I see in her energetic field and some of the things that this person carries. So how many people overthink because of old patterns? How many people overthink because of old patterns? And do you know this is where some of this comes from? We overthink because of what we have been told we're supposed to be able to do or accomplish in life, or what people believed of us. That is why we overthink. We weren't born overthinking. We may have had somebody say to us when we were younger, "You're not good enough." So we overthink and go dive into every little thing because we feel it's necessary to make sure everything is perfect. Perfection is not possible on the side, right? It just isn't. I'm perfectly sitting here with no makeup, and it is just we go. I love that. Janet says we go one day at a time. Absolutely. Overthinking causes worry, and worry only hurts us twice. Because I love that. I love that. The first initial and then the worry of afterwards. I stressed before doing my first healing session. Then I had my moment of, I just need to let it flow. So Heidi, what kind of healing sessions are you doing? I'm interested. But yes, you're totally right. You're totally right. You have to let things flow. The more you let it flow, the less you overthink it. Now, my friend Shannon, I'll throw her under the bus. I love her. She knows I'll do it too. She's been my best friend since 11. She will worry about what she said yesterday, what she's going to say tomorrow, who may call her on the phone. She's doing much better than she used to. She used to really worry about family quite a bit. We did a hypnosis session on her about 2 years ago, and she's so much better because she let go of that subconscious, that set up subconscious that said, this is what we have to worry about because this is what we were worried about before. And we did this hypnosis session to release Reiki. Awesome. We release that tension that goes with that. And the subconscious goes, oh, crap. I got to take this. So I got to go. I will talk to you guys later. So sorry. Got to take the phone call. It's an important one. Talk to you guys later. I didn't get the pull card. So, all right, guys. Bye.